It would appear some people suggest that this is absolutely turning the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, into something of a basket case. What can it be? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you on a windy London day today. And as ever, thank you for your time. By the way, I've just found this beautiful traditional London Route Master bus. And I think like we all like these things, but I love them, absolutely love them. And I just kind of think they were a far more sort of elegant way of travelling around London back in the, well, wonderful days, some people might suggest. Do you remember when you could hop on and off at the back and, it didn't matter whether the driver stopped because you could leg on it, literally, when it got to the lights. Nowadays, you've actually got to throw yourself in front of the bus just to get the driver to stop, haven't you? Oh, yes, health and safety. There was no health and safety then. Do you miss the Route Masters? Did you travel on them? More importantly, did you work on them? This, as you can see now, is working as a wedding bus, which I think is a wonderful thing to see, that they were not just put out for scrap. Marvellous piece of machinery. And apparently they had to scrap them because, well, they were all falling apart. Looks quite well to me, don't you think? Another lie. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now this really is making, some people might suggest, Meghan Markle into something of a basket case. It follows on, of course, from the debacle with the Hollywood Reporter and other publications, and then, as you know, her staff tried to hit back, literally, via another glossy magazine, tabloid magazine, Us Weekly, US Weekly. I never quite know what the title actually is. Now, the idea for this was, of course, Meghan was a wonderful boss, not a bully at all, couldn't do enough, all that sort of stuff. But again, as I pointed out, it's all very well having a boss like that, but what are you actually achieving? Now, moving forward, this is where it's becoming very problematic. Now, I told you a couple of weeks ago that basically Meghan and her team did debate about going legal with the Hollywood Reporter, but she's been advised by her team to just step back and it'll all fizzle out, but it's not, as we can see. But then the Hollywood Reporter threw another grenade inside this particular story, basically saying they have all these affidavits from people, and more importantly, one of the people still works inside the Archwell Company, Foundation, whatever you want to call it. Now, you can understand why this is making her feel a little bit, shall we say, unnerved. Now, according to a source that's a in and out person of the Archwell team, what's fascinating is that Meghan is apparently trying to set all sorts of booby traps to see who exactly the person is who's been feeding this particular information. Now, most people, and I have to say allegedly here, have now been re-interviewed about their jobs to see if there's anything that they're unhappy with, what they don't like, what could she do to improve working environments, that sort of stuff. Not directly by Meghan, of course. No, she's far too busy for that, probably crushing jam pots somewhere in the back room. But on a serious note, apparently she wants to find out the root of the problem. This won't stop the problem. The problem has already been developed. Started over here during her short tenure inside the royal family, where many staff people that were assisting them said that she was a demon and a psycho and that sort of stuff. And this apparently is bringing Meghan to tears on a literally 10-minute basis. She has no idea where this came from. Now, what's basically being said is this, that according to her team at least, don't believe it. The Hollywood Reporter can't be telling the truth. If that was true, they'd come out with this particular person. Meghan can't not believe it because she realises that somewhere along the line, somebody really is feeding this particular information. It's far too, how can we put this nicely? Well, accurate. Either way, it's turning Meghan into something of a, shall we say, unsavoury character. Now, where have we heard that before? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.